it is time to create classes for them. So those classes will look very much like yellow bird. And so what I will do is I will just go into my yellow bird class, copy the content of this, and I will create now a new class for my cat. So I will do that by going over here to game, right click, new Java class, and I will name it cat. And in my cat I will paste all the code that I just copied from yellow bird. I will have to make some changes. For example, I need to add all these imports that already existed in yellow bird but don't yet exist into my cat class. So I let NetBeans add all these imports. Perfect. There are a few other things that I need to change. First of all, my cat, just as my yellow bird, needs to extend a walker. So remember, the walker is a type of dynamic body that always stands upright. And I will need to import the City Engine Walker class so that this is recognized. It says now that my cat has no suitable constructor. Well, that's because I copied the code directly from Yellowbird, and the Yellowbird constructor obviously is called Yellowbird. So I will need to change this constructor to match my cat. Yes, so now I have a cat class with a properly named cat constructor. All right. Just to review, super, what does this do? Super calls the constructor of the superclass of cat, so it calls the constructor of walker. And what this does is it adds this object, so the cat that I'm just writing the code in, it adds it to this world parameter that gets passed into here. And it also attaches to my cat this shape here. Fine. There are a few, obviously, changes that we still need to make. First of all, right now I'm adding to my cat the yellow bird image. So that's not quite right. We'd prefer it to be the cat image. So I'm going to change this to cat PNG. And it's very likely that the bird shape is different than the cat shape. So I will need to make some changes to these points. And I will do that by using the polygon editor. Now, remember there's a video on Moodle on how to use the polygon editor. So for more detail, take a look at that. But I will review a little bit of that right now. So I'm going to go into the polygon editor. I'm going to right click on it. Well, first of all, I'm going to actually double click on it. And I'm going to go to line 243-ish. 243. And over here, I'm going to type data-cat-png. So this will load the polygon editor with my cat image. Make sure that your cat image is in the data folder in the encapsulation demo. All right, now I'm going to go on to polygon editor. I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to say run file. And nothing happened. Let's try something else. I suspect that perhaps Java didn't realize that I've made changes to the polygon editor, so it didn't recompile the code that I just wrote. So I'm going to go to run in my NetBeans menu, and there's an option there called clean and build. So I ran that, and now I'm running polygon editor again. And now I can see my cat image. So whenever you feel that you've made a change to your code, but it doesn't reflect into your program, go into the run menu in NetBeans and call clean and build. This will delete all the classes and it will recompile everything for you. That way you make sure that your code is up to date, or rather that the compiled code is up to date. Fine, so here I have my cat, and I will draw a shape around it. Now remember, the shape can only have 8 points and it has to be convex. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This should be fine for my cat. I'm closing this polygon editor now. I have the coordinates of those 8 points right here. So I'm copying them with Ctrl C, and I'm pasting them in my cat Java class right over here. Good. So now hopefully I have a cat that has a proper image attached to it and the right shape that matches that image. My cat will have the ability to collect oranges. It initially, when my cat gets constructed, has an orange count of 0, and then it has an accessor method, a getter, that allows me to retrieve the number of oranges that the cat has collected from outside the class. And it has an increment orange count, a setter, a mutator function, that allows me to increment the number of oranges that the cat collected. This is the exact same behavior that we already have in Yellowbird, and we just ported it into my new cat. Great, now I'm going to do basically the exact same thing for my dog. So I'm going to go into game and construct a new class called dog. I'm going to make my dog extend the same type of walker class. I'm going to fix the imports. So NetBeans added the City Engine Walker class here. I'm going to go into cat now and copy all of this code from here, paste it into dog, allow NetBeans to import all the necessary City Engine classes, and I'm going to have to change, obviously, the name of the constructor from cat to dog. Good. Again, I have an image and a shape that probably don't match my intended dog appearance. So I will change this to dog, which should be able to allow NetBeans to load the dog image. And then I'm going to run the polygon editor, but this time with the dog image. So I've changed here the path that the polygon editor should load. I'm going to go into the polygon editor, run file, and again probably NetBeans didn't update my code, so I'm going to go to run and clean and build again, and then rerun the polygon editor. Sure enough, here's my dog now. Oops. Hopefully I can move the window. Good. And now I'm going to draw a polygon around the dog. 1 point, 2 points, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Here are my points, which I will copy. Let me also close the polygon editor. So I will copy these points into the shape within the dog class. Perfect. The other change that I'll make is that I'm going to delete the orange count variable and the accessor and mutator for it, because my dog doesn't need the ability to collect oranges. Very well. So now I should have a cat and a dog class, and I should be able to place these dynamic bodies, walkers more particularly, into my game world. So I'm going to go into the game world, and wherever I have my bird, instead of adding a bird character, I will add a cat character. And a dog character. So to add a cat character, first I will create an object of the type cat, and I will also change the name of the variable from bird to cat. Moreover, I need to change not just the name of the bird variable from bird to cat, but also its type from yellow bird to cat. Good. I will do the same for a dog, so I will basically copy this code here. I will paste it just below, and I will replace everything with dog. I will add this dog variable right up here under the cat. Alright, so now I have a cat variable, a dog variable, and I create objects for this variable of the right kinds, cat and dog. I'm adding them to the world, so this object here indicates that I'm referring to the world that I'm just creating, so the game world, that's my particular world. So this refers to the fact that I am talking about the object that I'm just writing the code in. So it's this particular world. The cat will be placed at position 8 and -10, and so they don't overlap. I will place the dog a little bit farther away on the horizontal axis. So instead of 8, I will make it 4. Everything else stays the same, but I still get some errors. First of all, there's a pickup class that takes a variable of type bird, yellow bird, and I don't have a yellow bird anymore. So for now I will just comment this out. And then my game world has a method that allows me to retrieve the main character in the world, which before it was bird, but now it is a cat. So I will change the yellow bird, return type of getPlayer into cat, and this method will return the cat object. I will save this, and I will look for errors. No, everything seems fine. So I will run this code. Hopefully NetBeans has updated it. No, it hasn't. So I will go again, clean and build, and then run it. And now I have a cat and a dog. Everything seems very small on my computer, so I will try to make them a little bit bigger. I will go into game, and I will make the window a little bit bigger. So instead of 500 by 500 pixels, I will make it 1000 by 1000 pixels. I get a bigger window, but the size of the world is the same. That's fixable. I can set the zoom of my world. Or rather of the view. Perfect. Alright, so here I have my cat and I have my dog.